Hey guys, today we're going to talk about loops. What if you want a program to repeat itself over and over? You might end up writing thousands of lines of code. That's not very efficient though. Instead, we use loops. There are two main types of loops. The one we're talking about today is called a while loop. The code inside a while loop will run over and over until a certain condition is not met anymore. This condition, just like that of an if statement, must evaluate to true or false. If the condition is true, the code in the loop will run again. If it's false, it will break out of the loop, as in the line after the loop will be run. I'll show you an example. If I type while true and a colon after that, that marks the start of a while loop. Notice how any code I write after that is indented. Now in the loop, I'll write print loop. The condition I use is true. This never changes and will always evaluate to true. The loop will never stop running. So if I run it, this happens. This is called an infinite loop, and infinite loops are very annoying. To fix it, we have to replace it with a Boolean condition that actually changes. The easiest way to do this is to set a certain number of times for the loop to run. Say there's a room with 300 seats. You want to take user input for 300 people's names and store them in a list. After 300 spots are filled, you want to print all seats taken, come back next time. I'll show you how to do this. For the example, we're going to pretend that there are only 5 seats available. So first, we're going to make a variable to keep track of the number of seats that are taken. I'll call this variable I, and I set it equal to 0. I'll also make an empty list called names. Now we're going to make a while loop. We only want this to run 5 times, so the condition will be while I is less than 5. This means that the loop will run while the number of seats taken is less than 5, and will stop running as soon as 5 seats are filled. Inside the loop, I will ask for user input for their name and append the name to the list. So I'll make a variable that stores the user's name and then I'll write a statement to add name to the list of names. At the end, I will increase I by 1. So every time a new name is added to the list, the variable keeping track of the number of names increases by 1. Outside the loop, and I have to make sure it's not indented anymore to mark that this is not in the loop. Outside the loop, I'll write the print statement that says that no more seats are available. So print all seats taken. If I run this and enter random names each time, you can see that after the 5th time, it prints the statement and doesn't ask for more user input. Now we're going to trace the loop. Tracing the loop means going through the whole loop as if you were a computer. So first, the loop will check whether I is less than 5, and I is equal to 0. So 0 is less than 5, this evaluates to true, and it enters the loop. Then it does all the stuff in the loop. It takes user input for the name, adds name to the list, and at the end, it increases I by 1, so I now equals 1. Again, Python checks if the condition is met, which it is met because 1 is less than 5. So it goes through the loop again, gets name, adds name to the list, and then increases I by 1, so I now equals 2, which is less than 5, so it goes through the loop again, and then increases I by 1, so I is 3, which again is less than 5, So it'll go through the loop, then I is 4, which is less than 5, and then it'll go through the loop again. Now, for the last iteration, I equals I plus 1, which is 4 plus 1, so I equals 5. 5 is not less than 5, so it breaks out of the loop and goes to the first line after the loop, which is the print statement. So the program prints the statement, all seats taken, and that's the end of the loop. You could use any Boolean as a condition. It could be a variable, an expression, a method that returns a Boolean, just like an if statement condition. As long as it evaluates to true or false, it works. Now, if the condition evaluates to true, the loop will run, and if it evaluates to false, the loop will stop running. That's it for today. I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you are notified of future videos. Bye!